Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome back to Storyfold Wildwoods. We are on chapter 2 of this story of Brom and Luma, and we lost our dear friend, a friend who was a deer, last episode. So if you haven't seen those, I'd highly recommend going and watching the first 3 episodes, I think it is, of this. You'll find the link in the description below to the playlist where you can check all of those out. And if you do enjoy this, you can watch every episode early that we've already recorded. So that's available via YouTube members. Let's delve in, shall we, to the story. What do we have here? After bidding farewell to the deer, Luma and Brom ventured deeper into the forest. Haunted by the memories of the shadow wolf, they moved quickly, taking care not to stray too far from the river. After a while they paused to listen to the distant howls, but the forest had grown quiet. Luma sat down and let her fingers brush through the grass. At her touch, the carpet of grass turned into a luminescent orange, revealing a tiny forest flowers that rose softly and into the void amidst the blades. "This place is unlike anything I've ever seen," she whispered, marvelling at the delicate flowers glowing in the dark. How could something so beautiful exist in a place so full of shadows? In the stillness, Luma's thoughts drifted back to the vision the deer had shown her, a giant oak tree withered in shadows, its last few leaves about to fall. The tree is the key to healing the forest, she thought, urgency rising in her chest. But where is it? Luma tried to recall as if she'd noticed any clues in the vision, but the image had faded with every step that took them deeper into the forest. Shaking off her thoughts, she stared at Brom. The bear sniffed the air. His gaze lifted towards a small hill nearby, its slopes thick with bushes. "Yes, let's get a better view, Brom," Luma sighed. Soon they stood panting atop the hill, surveying the endless expanse of trees before them. In the distance loomed a solitary mountain shrouded in clouds and lit by occasional flickers of lightning. Crimson shadows snaked down the rocky slopes. Below, a moonlit river wound through the forest towards the hill where Luma and Brom stood. The giant oak tree was nowhere to be seen. "I don't like that mountain, Brom," Luma said, her voice trembling. "Feels like the shadows are watching us, and I can't see the tree anywhere." The old bear grumbled, distracted by an excited squirrel darting between his paws. With no clear path ahead, Luma made a decision. "Let's hope the river knows the way," she said, trying to sound braver than she felt. Brom's eyes met her, and the greying bear nodded slowly as they descended the hill. Luma couldn't shake a growing unease gnawing at her. Component setup. Place the Luma card in the Luma space. Okay, we have done such a thing. It's over here. Place the Brom card with the protect side up. So Luma and Brom side up, protect side up. Place the Brom card. We've done that. Place the 4 action cards in the river in the following order: Light, Help, Explore, Heal. Oh, interesting. So we changed these round. I presume we keep the crystals on them from last time. Light, Help, Explore, Heal. Okay. Place the spirit marker on the leftmost space of the spirit track. Okay. Place all tokens and markers in their respective strays. Finish that. So I'm assuming when we end the chapter, maybe we get rid of these crystals. So maybe saving it is just when you... so saving it says save crystals. You can save the game after any scene. So what about clearing down a chapter? Does it say chapter end? Sorry everybody. It's the first chapter, right? Prevailing in a scene, saving and storage. I can't see, but I'm assuming since we're starting everything again, maybe these go away. Let's just play it that way. So we might have had some crystals there, but let's get rid of them. Okay. It does say place crystals, so maybe we were meant to have them, but let's not worry about it. Let's take them off. Okay. Place the explore deck face down in the explore space. We've done that. I should just shuffle these just in case. Place the spirit marker on the leftmost space of the spirit track. We'll do that in a second. Place all tokens and markers in their respective supply spaces. Place the 5 8-sided dice in the U space. We've also got the 10-sided die ready to go. Take the Chapter 2 deck from the game box and place it face down in the chapter space. Take the free shadow cards and place them face down in the shadow space in order with the shadow card 1 on top. Are they underneath this? Yes, so 1, 2 and 3, and these go here. Okay. Take the 9 creature cards, shuffle them and place them face down in the creature space. Okay, let's give these a shuffle. Turn the page to Scene 8, Chittering Choices. Okay, there is the creature cards. Is there anything on this? No. Okay. Return this card to the game box. When returning to the Chapter 2 from the game block, place it with this card, so we can just tuck that over there. Got this here. We've got these here. Okay, we are turning this over and we are placing the darkness one here and the light one here. And then we've got some more reading to do. At the bottom of the hill, Brom halted and sniffed the air. A foul stench filled Luma's nostrils before she saw the source. Its shade beneath some bushes. In the shade beneath some bushes, countless small gleaming red eyes stared back at her. As she stood frozen to the ground, tiny sets of sharp teeth emerged from the darkness, one after another. Their frothing mouths twisted into snarls. Rats. Place the light marker on the leftmost space. We've done that. Place the shadow marker on the rightmost space. We have done that. Search the explore deck for Eek. Where's our boy Eek over here? Oh, he's right at the top, would you believe? Okay. Search the explore deck for Eek. Place him face up in the boon area. There you go, Eek. Good work, buddy. I'll show you that in a second. Search the explore deck for Hope. And place it face up in your boon area. Then shuffle the explore deck. Okay. We can do that. Okay. Shuffle the explore deck. Search the chapter deck for Rat. Is that in here or is that over here? I'm guessing it's in here. Nope, it's not in here. Okay, so it must be in here somewhere. Rat we're looking for. It's at the bottom. Okay, search the chapter deck for Rat and resolve its on-play effect when this card is discarded. So it's not that we're looking for. We are looking for on play, at end of the river, then place one of your dice on this card. So this goes down here and we put one of our dice on said card. Okay. Draw one creature card. It is a Wildwoods on play 6+, end of the river at the end of the activation. So this goes here. Okay. Well, that sucks a little bit. Draw one shadow card. Confusion. On play. Is this the right path? Have I been here before? On play, move each creature one space towards the start of the river. If there are no creatures in the river, lose 2 instead. So you're going to go here, and you're going to go here. Okay. So that's the confusion card. Shadow discard goes here. So we've only got 2 cards left in the shadow discard, which isn't great. Draw one creature card, so we've done that. Oh no, we now shadow effect, draw one creature card. Okay, so when we get the eyeball thingy, we have to draw one creature card. If there are no rats in the river, search the creature deck pile for a rat. Resolve its on play effect. So each turn we're going to have a rat causing us a problem. And then we've got if we prevail, if they prevail. Luna prevails when you resolve either the jump or descend location which path will you take? So we've got jump or we've got descend over here. Let's just zoom in and show you that. So you can see here we've got sting, which is a help action. Swap the position of 2 cards in the river, excluding help. Investigate, draw 3 explore cards, choose one and discard the others. There's 2 successes on that one. Discard the rat from the river, then draw story card 1. Descend, lose to spirit, and jump. 5 successes. Holy moly. Okay, well I think we're ready to go, right? Let's jump into it, shall we? Bear with me 1 second. I just want to... Okay, so we are ready to go. What do we want to do? We want to try and get rid of this rat, I think. But I can't because the heal is right at the end here. We could stun it, which would mean that at the end of the turn none of its effect take place. On its effect there are no... there is no effect to it after activation. But we do lose 2 spirit for it. Okay, and we need to light the scene, obviously, as we know. And we can see these are all linked together, so we have to do the investigate first, which is on a 6+. I don't like that very much. Okay, I think we're going to do the sting. I'm going to roll 2. It's on a 4+, this help action, so we'll just roll 2, and we're looking for a 4+. We do get a 5, so that goes in our used dice, as does that, but we have succeeded in this one, which means we can swap the position of any 2 cards in the river. I'm going to move the heal all the way down, and I'm going to swap it with the Wildwoods, I guess. Put that to the end. And then we move help down, and everything else moves down this way. Okay, now I'd like to get my dice back, obviously. So I think we're going to do the heal action. We just need a 4+. I'm going to roll the D10 for this one. We got a 5, so that goes in the used dice, but we get to heal 1 creature, which is going to be the rat. So that goes into the creature discard. Now we know it's coming back, so that's fine. So the heal moves down, and everything else comes down as well. Okay. Now what? We could light a creature to move you to the end of the river. I feel like that's a okay idea. We're just going to roll 1 die here, I think. We do have some boons. That's a 1. Reroll any number of dice, then discard. I'm going to remove this hope, I think. Where do we put you? Explore, discard over here. So we're going to roll this again. We need a 3+. It's a 6. Okay, so we are lighting this Wildwoods. So we take this light token and we move all of you down. Okay, now what? We've got the explore action. Draw 3 cards and explore. I mean, I'm going to roll these 2. I've got no other options. Just going to roll these 2. I could just go for each success do this, but I'm just going to hope that we get 3+ on both of them. That couldn't sum up my luck anymore, could it? We just need 1 3. Okay, good. 2 1s, good. Okay, that is the end of that round. So let's just look at the river here, because this is what's going to happen. So we were doing the explore action, so this slides down, this moves here. This is bad news, because we can't do the explore action until it's near the front again. Then the Wildwoods takes its turn, but there is no end of river. Sorry, there is no stun for it. There's a stun on it, so nothing happens, and it goes back to the end of the river. But then, let's just make sure I'm doing this in the right order. Roll any number of dice, return used dice, move action cards, clean up the river. You may end the Luma phase at any time. Shadow phase, activate the creatures from left to right. If the creature is stunned, remove the stun token instead. Resolve any after activation. Advance the shadow marker, so that moves here. And If there is no rat in play, search the deck and put the rat in play. Rat goes in at the end of the river and place 1 die on it. Okay, this could be a tough one for us. What does he do? Move help to any space in the river, then draw 1 explore card. If it's a boon, keep it. If it's a bane, discard it. Or reroll any number of dice, then discard this card. Eek, we might need your help again. We could try and heal the rat again just to get it out of the way. Because I can't do this with the help card here. We're going to roll 2. We're going to use the D10 and a D8 to try and deal with the rat again. We need a 4+. We did get a 4+. So the rat is going to give us our card back, and we're going to discard the rat one more time. These now will move up here. I'm a little bit worried about how we're actually going to get the light to take effect. I am going to try and light a creature. I'm going to roll 2 again to try and light this Wildwoods. And we do get 1 success. We needed a 4+. So the light comes down here. And we put another stun token on this thing. Now we're back in exactly the same place. I am going to use the help card. I'm going to roll 1 die. We need a 3+ to try and get a crystal. We got a 5. So we can move the help card down. That gives us 1 crystal, and I'm going to put that crystal on the... Next up we're going to draw an extra creature again. And a rat. I mean, it makes sense to put it on here, but... Let's put it on here just so we can try and make... Oh, we've only got 1 die. Okay. Well, let's do... Do we want to do the explore action? I don't know if I do. I am going to... do the... I can't do the help action. I mean, there is a point in saving this die, right? Because then we're not losing it when we do these. But... do I just try and do this? It's 2 successes. But again, if we don't do it, it moves all the way to the end. But I just need anything over a 3. I'm doing it. We're doing the explore. Just something over a 3, please. It's an 8. Perfect. So we're going to spend this crystal to do this one. So we explore, draw 3 explore cards. 1, 2, 3. Keep 1 and discard the others. We have a boon, Insight. When used, move 1 action card to the 3+ space, then discard. We have another boon, Bliss. When used, choose 1 boon card from your explore discard pile and keep it. Then discard this card, so we could get hope back. And we got Berries. When used, gain 2 spirit, then discard this card. I think the Insight is a pretty good one. We'll take that. And we'll put these 2 in the pile here. Okay, that's the end of our turn. The Explore moves down. The Wildwoods is in the first space here. I don't like that. Then we activate the creatures. So you move to the end. Nothing happens again because we had you stunned. Then we draw a creature and we take a rat. So a Voss on play, end of the river. After activation, then lose a crystal and 2 spirit. And then we also get a rat back right at the end here. Okay, not a fan of that. Not a fan at all. When a die goes on you and you move up. Not great. We need to make some progress. The good news is I can now soothe. Discard the rat from the river, then draw 1 story card. I mean, we've got to try and get rid of some of these things first. So I am going to roll 3 to get rid of the Wildwoods. We need a 3+, 2 times. Okay, we failed, so I am going to use Eek to re-roll as many dice as we would like. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to re-roll these 2. Okay, we do succeed, so the Wildwoods is gone. That's good news. That's 3 of our dice used, however. And now, no, I didn't think that through. To do this action, I I need to get successes on only 2 dice. Didn't think that through. Okay. I mean, I can just deal with the rat for now. Maybe that's the answer. Try and deal with the rat for now. Although the heal is here, so I'm not going to get that dice back. I could use my insight, move 1 action card to the 3 space, then discard this card. But I'm just not making any progress. At all. I've only got 2 successes. I think we try and light a creature. I mean, you going off isn't the end of the world, actually. You're a pain. Let's just try and get rid of you. I need the card back. Do I use the insight to get heal back down, to get rid of the rat, to get a dice back? But then I'm worried that I'm only going to have 1 die again. I'm going to be back in exactly the same situation. This sucks. There's no way I can do the help unless I get rid of the rat, and even then I can't do the help this turn. Still need to light this. We're so far away on that. Okay, I'm going to use light, and I'm doing the bottom success. Just trying to get advance the light marker 1 space for each success. 3+. Oh my goodness, this is such bad news. Okay, the light comes to the end. We're in serious trouble. Serious trouble. Okay, that was the end of our round. So, on activation, we take 2 hits, 1, 2 on the spirit, and then end the river and lose a crystal. We don't have any jokes on you. On activation, no effect. So you just move down. On play, sorry. Yeah, you just move down. So nothing happens to you, you just move down. But then, we move this up, we take another creature card, which is an adder on play, end of the river. And, hold on, we take 2 more, right? 1, 2. And we get the rat back. Well, the rat's already out, so we don't have to worry about the rat at least. Let me just make sure that's what it says. If there is no rat. Yeah, we've got a rat, so fine. Okay. Okay. I need this dice back. I need to do this, though. So we're going to roll 3 dice. 4. I'm going to have to roll 4 dice at least, right? 3 pluses. Okay, good. We got 3 successes, which is enough to do the soothe action. So we put this up here. Discard the rat from the river. Then draw 1 story pile. We get our card back. The help card goes all the way to the end. And we get to draw a story card. The Crossroads. Luma placed a glowing hand on the giant rat and watched its eyes brightened, but the creature's litter remained incensed. And their hissing and chittering grew louder. Behind her, chittering grew louder behind her. Ahead, the path split into 2. She kept leaping. She could leap between the mossy overhang and descend into the narrow cave below. Follow me, Brom, she shouted. You may lose 1 to 3 spirit to gain any 3. I'm going to lose 2, and I'm going to get 2 crystals. 1, 2, and I'm going to put them on the... I need them here, I need them here. I'm going to put 1 on each. Okay. I've got 2 dice left. Can't do the explore action right now. I can do a heal action. I'm going to try and get rid of this Voss, I think. With 2 dice. Thing is, if I don't get rid of it, it's going to do the thing. You know what? I'm going to put these 2 on this. To both my crystals on the on the explore action. Okay, so that's you done. I think what I might do is use my insight. Am I going to use my insight? I'm going to use my insight card to move heal down. There's only one space, but I'm going to move it down one space. No. I'm going to move light down. And I'm actually going to put these over here. Okay, I'm rolling this for a 3+ on light. We need successes. We got one success, so we get to move this up 3 spaces and remove these 2. Okay, that is the end of our go. We're in trouble, but we needed to use the crystals anyway, so here we go again. This is bad news once again. So the light comes all the way to the end. Okay, so first things first, this creature triggers after activation, end of the river, and we lose any crystals. We don't have any, but we do lose 2 spirit. Then the adder goes. We lose 2 more, and this goes to the end of the row. Then we draw a creature, which is another adder on play, end of the river. And then we get another rat. And this rat, if there are 7 cards in the river and you're forced to draw a creature card, discard that card and lose spirit equal to the spirit value. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the rat doesn't come out, which is probably good for us, and all of these are at the end. We've got the best possible chance of finishing this off, at least in some kind of order. Now I can put a thing here, right, I think, and then finish the lighting of the chapter, right? Don't think I have to light it and then do this. Okay, so we get our dice back. I'm going to do a heal action. I'm just going to roll 1 die, and I'm going to try and get rid of one of these adders. So I need a 4+. Got 7, nice. So the heal comes to the end, but we do get rid of an adder, and these all move down. Okay. Then we've got the explore action. I've got no successes. I'm going to take a help action. But then the best I can get is 1 success, which is going to go because of this thing. I could just accept that we need to descend, but I would lose spirit and have to draw the next shadow card. Okay, I could put Brom on a creature, which would also help. But we're definitely getting a shadow card at the end of this round, unless I can get rid of these creatures, which I cannot, because I need to use the light to light the way. Oof, this is rough. So I think we use the help card. Do we use the help card? The help card doesn't help me, but it does get it out of the way. Because at the moment I'm looking for 5+. I do only need 2, mind. Okay, I'm going to do 1 help. I'm looking for a 4+. I got 2. Okay, but the help card comes to the end, moves the light down. Okay, the good news is we're not drawing any animals this time round. I need to get at least 3 successes, so I'm going to roll 3 dice on the light. I need 2 successes. I'm going to roll all 4 of them. I don't feel like I've got a choice here. Oh my goodness. I have absolutely fluffed it. What are the chances? Don't tell me the odds. I'd hate to know what the odds are. This moves up 1. These all slide down. This is really bad. How have I done that? Right, okay, you go here. Then on the river, you trigger. We go down 2, so 1, 2. And we turn over the next shadow card, which is Frustration. Why does nobody help me? On play, move light to the end of the river. Joke's on you, it already is. Then lose 2 spirit or 2 crystals. Okay, great. So that's you done. And then we have, so that is you finished. Then we have an adder, which goes to the end, and we lose another 2. Oof. This is only the first chapter or part of this chapter. Okay. So I still need to light and I still need to explore. I've got all of my dice. I'm going to have to descend, right? I've got no choice. But I'll be losing 2 spirit again. But I can't roll all of my dice and then hope to get a success, can I? Not based on how I've been rolling. Okay, let's do the explore action. I'm going to roll 3 of these to try and descend. What? Oh, we did get a 3. I thought that was a 2. Okay, so we get 1 success, which is what we needed to do this one. We lose 2 spirit, and these all slide down. Now, I've got 3 dice to roll. I need a 5+. Here we go. We got an 8. Thank God for that. Okay, so this slides up to the end. And Luma prevails. If you resolve the jump action, travel to scene 10 or travel to scene 9. We went to a cave. It seems a bit ridiculous. Right. We have to do the discard creatures from the row. Clean up the river. Crystals with... oh no, hold on. We did the light action, right? So you come to the end. Crystals, cards with crystals on stay in the thing. Remove the markers from the scene. So we remove these and these. And that was really, really rough. We're travelling to page... we're travelling to the scene 9. Is that this one? Yes. Dunle Grot. Obviously we're going to Dunle Grot. Why wouldn't we? But before we go to Dunle Grot, we are going to put a cut in here and we'll be back next time. Luma slid down the slippery slope and felt a jolt of pain surge through her ankles as she hit the rocky cave floor. Brom followed, growling as he squeaked through behind her. Squeezed through, not squeaked. She summoned a light in her palm of her hand and peered ahead. The steep cave entrance was narrow, but opened into a wider cave that descended deep into the earth. The sounds of scuttling feet and dripping water faded behind her, replaced by an eerie, deep silence. Together, Brom, Luma said, limping forward on her sore ankles. As she did, her shadow stretched before her, reaching deep into the darkness. Place the light marker on the leftmost space and the shadow marker on the rightmost space of the Wildwood track. Search the creature discard pile for the rat, of course. Why wouldn't we? And carry out its... and place it face down on top of the creature deck. Okay, done. Search the chapter deck for the nightmare and resolve its on-play effect. Usually they're at the bottom. There is the nightmare. On play 3+, then resolve the on play effect of the top card of the shadow discard pile. Oh, you little... Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. These move along. We do the top effect here. We lose 2 crystals or we lose 2 spirit. Oof. Okay, search the chapter deck for the nightmare, resolve it. Shadow effects. If the light marker has not reached the centre of the Wildwoods tracks, lose a success token. Luma prevails if you resolve the guide location, travel to scene Eternest. Okay, the shadow prevails if the marker reaches the centre of the Wildwoods track, and if you resolve the find location, draw story card 4, travel to the... Oh, okay, so it's telling what to do after that. Okay, we got our dice back. What have we got going on? Let's have a little look. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Hi everybody, it's me, Scott. Thanks for joining us. One last hand, and we are playing, in case you hadn't noticed, Storyfold Wildwoods. Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first episode, I'd highly recommend going and check out YouTube members, where we have early access on every single video that we upload, including the next episode of this and all of the previous episodes. Plus, if you check out the description, you've got the link to the playlist where you can check out episode 1 rather than picking it up from this episode. Okay, what have we got going on? We have enter, lose 2, you may discard one of your boon cards to prevent this. Great. Shine, light 1 creature. Once we've done this and we lose 2 spirit, choose 1 card from your explore discard pile and place it on the top of the explore deck. Draw 1 explore card, then story card, and then guide. So we don't need anywhere near as many successes, but we are struggling a little bit here. Okay, we can't heal the nightmare, we can only light it, and the nightmare is here and our light is here. That is really rough. Okay, we are in serious trouble. We need 2 successes to light a creature. We'd like that to be you, because we're going to lose 4 spirit if we don't. But that is a lot of 5+. I can't heal a creature, so you're pointless. However, I'm just going to roll 1 die and see if we can get a success on this one. So 4+. We got a 7, so this comes to the end, and we do get 1 success, and I'm going to put that success on the light card. So after activation, we lose 4 spirit, but then we return this card to the game box and draw 1 creature card. Do not activate this shadow phase. Okay. Okay. So we've got 1. We really want to get this up to the maximum, right? We've only got 3 to do this. And each time we do this, this is going to make us lose a success token. So we really want to get it to the middle if possible, which doesn't feel possible. Let's try and resolve this. I'm just going to roll 3 to get 4+. I need 2. We do it. Okay, perhaps we've got some better luck than last episode. So this goes here. We light 1 creature, which is obviously going to be this nightmare. So that's good news. And then that was the help action, so we can move you along, and you, and then I've got 2 successes, 2 dice to try and do the light, which is on a 5+. That seems like a bad choice. But do I have a choice in doing it? Probably not. Best case scenario, we get 2 5+, and I can light all the way to the middle, right? I'm doing it. 5+. We got 1. Okay. So we're going to move this down. Use this as a success. So this moves up 2 spaces. This comes all the way to the end. And that is us out of dice. Okay, so we activate the creatures. You go to the end. No, you don't go to the end here. We put this away. We don't lose this. We don't lose the spirit, but return this card to the game box. Then draw 1 creature. Do not activate in this shadow phase. Okay, so the rat comes here. It goes at the end of the river, and we put that on it. Then we move you up, and if you're not in the center, which it's not, we lose a success. Sorry, we lose a spirit. Oof. Okay. Okay. So we are going to do the explore actions. On a 3+, we need 1 success. I'm just going to roll 2 dice. 3 plus. We've got 2 4s. Love that. Okay, so you come to the end. We do succeed over here. However, we then lose 2 spirits, so we're down to the last spirit at this level. And we could play a boon card to prevent it. We don't have any. Okay, next. I'm going to have to roll 2 again, I think. I don't see how I've got any other choice. I'm just going to roll 1 and hope for the best to get rid of this rat. 3 plus. Ooh, it's a 4. So the heal comes all the way to the end. We get a dice back from this rat, and we can put the rat on top of the discard pile. Love that. Okay. Now, we need to take the light action, right? The help action isn't going to help us here, but I might just roll 1 to see if we can get a success token. 3 plus. It's a 7. So we do get a success token, which I am going to put on the explore. And then I'm going to roll 2 dice on a 3 plus. We just need 1. We got a 9 and a 1. And that means this moves up to the middle. Perfect. Okay, that is the end of that turn. However, we've got a lot to do. We've got an awful lot to do. Okay, so end of that, we activate any creatures. There aren't any, that's quite nice. That feels really nice. Then we move you along, and if the light marker has not reached the centre, it has, so we don't lose any more spirit. Perfect. Okay, we get our dice back. Now we need to do the explore action. We need 2 successes. I'm just going to roll 2 dice. Going to roll 3 dice. 3 plus. We got 2. We only needed 1. So I'm going to move this over here and keep the success on it. Choose 1 card from the Explore discard pile and place it on top of the Explore deck. I think Eek is probably just as good, so we'll put you on there. We'll put this back down here. And then we got 3 dice to do the guide action, which is a... we need 2 successes on a 4 plus. Wish us luck. Okay, got a 6 and a 5. That is 2 successes on a 4 plus to do the help action. You come to the end. We gain 3, 1, 2, 3 spirit, and then we draw story card 4. You know what? Dunle Grot wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be far worse. Chittering Guide. Luna found herself face to face with a giant rat, its eyes gleaming red. But before it could attack, she uttered soothing words of healing to the rat. The rat tensed as it tried to resist, then lowered its head as foul wisps of red fled from its body. Relief and gratitude filled its eyes, and the rat chittered excitedly, signalling Luma to follow it further into the cave. On play, gain the 10-sided die and add it to your available dice. Hold on. I've already done that, haven't I? Haven't I? This is the 10-sided die. Was I not meant to have that already? There is another one, but I thought that was a 12-sided die. It is. Have I been cheating? Am I meant to get rid of the 10-sided die at the start of every chapter? Oh, I may have been cheating, everybody. Sorry about that. On play, gain the 10-sided die and add it to your available dice. Or is it that we get it... Can't be we get it as an available die to roll, right? It'd be interesting if I am meant to get rid of the 10-sided die after every chapter. I guess I need to read the rules. Oh well, we won't worry about it too much for now. We have Luma prevails if she reaches the guide location. Travel to scene 10. So we're going to get rid of these, and we'll get rid of these. And we will move this one up. Eternest. Okay. Luma pursued the giant rat, oblivious to her surroundings. Brom followed close behind, guarding her from the rear. "Wait!" Luma shouted. "Please, what?" She stopped dead in her tracks, but it was too late. Luma found herself ensnared in dense, sticky webs that draped from trees and shrouded the path. Luma struggled to get free, but her movements only trapped her further. Meanwhile, the rat had vanished, although she could still hear it squeaking in the distance. Scene set up. Place the light and darkness tokens. Okay. Search the chapter deck for trail. Here is trail. Boon. To attempt the follow location, this card must be in your boon area. So take this trail and take the top 3 cards of the explore deck, shuffle them. Hold on, take the trail, then take the top 3 cards of the explore deck. This is the story deck, you idiot. Okay, hold on. The explore deck. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Shuffle them and place them face down on top of the explore deck. Great. Okay, love that. Search the chapter deck for the Eticop. I hate spiders, just in case you didn't know. On play, end of the river, move 1 space towards the start of the river, then, if this is in the 3+ space, choose one of your boon cards and place it on top of the explore deck. Okay. Great, love that. Search chapter deck for the Eticop and resolve its on-play effect. On play, end of the river. Okay, good. Draw 1 creature card. We have the Cry. End of the river, move 1 space towards the start of the river. Okay. That's everything we need there. Draw 1 creature card when we've got an eyeball. And if there is no Eticop in the river, search the discard pile for the Eticop and resolve it. So let's have a little look at what we need to do. We need to investigate. Then we need to cut. Then we need to follow. But if we guide here, we can rearrange any cards, and if we choose 1 boon from the explored discard and play it. So I need to really need to be getting these cards. The only way to get those cards is use the explore action to do it, but we also need the explore action over here. Okay. Right, I think we're ready to go then. I'm not sure I'm feeling that ready to go, but we do have a heal action straight away. So I think let's use 3 dice. I don't need this D12. 3 dice to get 2 3+. We do, okay. So that means the Eticop is removed. And oh, I forgot. When you defeat these, you get crystals at the bottom. I'm an idiot. So we get 2... I wonder why I was getting so few successes. We get 2 successes. I'm going to put them on the light card, I think, and I'm going to move this one all the way to the end over here. I completely forgot that when you get rid of creatures, you get success tokens. So I'll take it where I was not getting where I was rolling the D10, and maybe shouldn't have been. I'll take that I haven't been getting the crystals. Okay. Gain success. What do I want to do? Explore. Let's do the investigate. I'm going to roll all 3 of these. It's a 4+. Okay, we do succeed just. We needed 2. So we do the investigate, which means we get 2 successes. I'm going to put 1 on the help card and 1 on the light card, I think. And then draw story card 5. Web of Tears. A harrowing image appeared, a woman desperately trying to free herself from the thick, entangled webs surrounding her. As she struggled, a faint crimson glow began to pulse from the baby in her arms, mingling with the distant echoes of the howling wolves. On play, move each creature card 1 space towards the start of the river. Great. Great. Okay. So that story card goes over there somewhere. Glad I read that. Thank you very much. And that is the end of my turn. So on activation, move 1 space towards the river and we lose 1 spirit. Okay. Not great. And then this moves along and it says if there's no Eticop, this comes in and it goes on the end of the river again. Okay. Okay, we get a dice back. I'd really like to do this, but I think it makes sense to do the light action first. I'm going to roll 3 dice, 3+. We got 3 successes. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to discard 2 more of them to move that to the middle. The light comes to the end. We do keep our success token on it. That goes to the end here. Okay. Now, this being here is annoying, but not the end of the world. This being here is a real pain. But if I roll 2 on a 4+, let's see how we do. We got 1 success, which is fine, because I'm going to spend this crystal. Sorry, let's help you. Oh, wrong one. Let's help you see what's going on. We're using this crystal on the explore action with our 7 that was rolled to do the cut action. Discard 1 creature card from the river, then draw 1 explore card. So this was the explore action. Do I want to... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. That gives us 1 success, which I'm going to put on the heel. Then I'm going to move this along, and this along, and this down, and put you here. Okay, then I get to draw 1 explore card. We have Trail. To attempt the follow location, this card must be in your boon area. Okay, perfect. That is good news. So that was on top. So we could just try and get out of here, but we need 3 successes and I've only got 1 die left. What we could do is try and stun, or we could try and heal, which is a 4+. Let's try it. There we go, got a 5+. I'm going to spend our success to do the heal on the Eticop, which puts that over there. These slide down, this goes here, and when we succeed we get 2 successes. Let's put 1 on there, and let's put 1 over here on the heal again, I think. Okay, that is the end of our turn. So we then move this along because we don't have any cards. We draw 1 creature card. It is a cry again. And guess who's back to join us once again? The Eticop. Okay. But we only really need to do this. So I think we do it straight away, right? We've got all of our dice. I'm going to roll. Is there any reason why I wouldn't roll all of them? I don't think so. The problem is the other actions are all explore actions here. I could roll some die on these other ones, but I think I'm just going to roll all of them. Right? I can't see any reason why I wouldn't. We've got 3 successes. We only needed 3 successes, so we do the follow action, which is that, which says draw story card 6. Oh no, I should have maybe read that before I got to this. Path of Light. After breaking free from the entangling webs, Luma discovered a hidden light draped path beside a slender stream. On the bank of the stream was a giant rat, once again beckoning her to follow. There you are, Luma rejoiced as she hurried after the rat, with Brom close behind. Gain 2 success tokens. Where am I going to put those bad boys? Let's put 1 on explore, and let's put 1 on the light action, I think. Okay, we've done another one, right? We clear out the creatures. Because to prevail, we needed to resolve the follow location, return trail from your boon area to the game box. Okay, and travel to scene 11, Webs of Destiny. Okay, so we take these out, we bring these back. I probably should have done some of these others because they'd have given us cards that would be really helpful, but let's turn this one over. I just want to check, is this the end of the chapter? No. Okay, with that being the case, I think we do this one and then we see where we... The problem is, I just want to see, where does the chapter end? Bear with me 1 second. I don't know where the chapter ends. None of these say chapter 3. Hold on. Bear with me. Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome back to Storyfold Wildwoods. If this is your first time watching Storyfold Wildwoods video, I'd recommend clicking the playlist in the description below. That will take you to the playlist for this series where you can watch from episode 1. But we are now on scene 11, the Web of Destiny in chapter 2. As Luma struggled to keep her up with the rat, she tripped over a half-buried rock and landed face first in the cool, damp dirt, muddying her vision. Holding Brom to steady herself, she wiped her face clean, revealing a large forest layer webbed between the trees. Shrouds of sticky, shadowy threads crisscrossed the path. Cocoons hung from the thick branches, their trapped occupants squirming slowly within. Further into the layer, barely discernible through the gloom, a beam of light hinted at the exit. But any hope of escape was short-lived. A colossal spider emerged from the darkness. Scene set up. Place the light marker in the leftmost space and the shadow marker in the rightmost space. We have done that. Search the creature discard pile for the Eticop. We don't need to search, it is right here. Okay. And resolve its on-play effect. End of the river. Search the chapter deck for the Dunle Waver. Okay. End of the river. Then move light to the end of the river. Oh, good. Okay, so we put this to the end of the river and we move all of these down here. Okay. On play, end of the river, then move live to the end of the river. Activation. So this one moves, the Eticop moves one space towards the river on its after the activation. Then, if this card's in the 3+ space, choose one of your boon cards and place it on the top of the explore deck. The Dunle Weaver. Move one space towards the start of the river, then draw your explore card. Place exactly the same thing, but we cannot heal the Dunle Weaver. We just have to stun it, which is a bit annoying. Okay. Let's have a little look at what we need to do then to get out of here. Just before we do that, the shadow effect. So every time there's an eyeball, which is 1, 2, and 3, we're going to draw one creature. And if the Dunle Weaver is in space 3+, and there is a shadow card on the top of the shadow discard, I'll resolve its effect. Okay, interesting. So we need to do this, which is gain a success or 2 spirit, and then draw story card 8. Then we need to start attempt. You must use all your remaining dice. Okay, not great. Untangle up here is draw 3 cards and place them on top of the explore deck. Over here we can draw the story card 12 and escape. And over here move one action card excluding explore to space 3+, which means we could get our light back, which could be good. I'm just going to use this. So I'll check this. So if this is our last card and Brom, instead of Brom, place him on a discard pile. Place Brom on top of the shadow discard pile with the protect side face up. During the Luma phase, you may spend crystals from your action tray to re-roll any one die. Okay, so we can keep Brom around. However, Brom, we can use one crystal to light this, then flip this over, and then we can use 2 crystals to gain 2 spirit and then flip this card. So we could make use of that, but I think we're going to do this one first, the free. So gain a crystal or 2 spirit and then draw story card 8. Okay, we need 2 on a 3+. I do have some successes, so I'm just going to roll 2 here. Okay, we got 2 successes, so we move you to the end and we gain a crystal or 2 spirit. I think I'm going to take 2 spirit, and then we're going to draw story card 8 over here. A sticky rescue. As Brom stalked towards the Dunle Weaver, Luma dashed behind a nearby cocoon. From within the stricken prison, muffled sound called out for her. With trembling hands, Luma tore at the threads, desperate to free the squirming captive inside. On play, if story card 9 is in the chapter deck, draw it. Otherwise, draw story card 10. We do have story card 9. Okay. Core of freedom. Barely breathing, a young raven coughed and cawed as it worked to unfurl its sticky wings. As Luma's attention shifted back to the Dunle Weaver, the small black bird hopped away, cawing in gratitude. Thank you. On play, draw one explore card. If it's a boon, keep it. If it's a bane, discard it without resolving. It is Eek, our little buddy Eek. So he's going to allow us to move the help card to any space in the river. Then draw one explore card. If it's a boon, keep it. If it's a bane, I think it might be a bane. But, okay, no, that doesn't go there. That goes over here. Or we can re-roll any number of dice. So we've used that. We were doing the this one, right? So we can put this here to say that we have done this. Now we can do the stuck action. I'd like to get rid of these chumps, if I'm honest. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to spend one crystal to use Brom, which is then light any creature. I'm going to light you. That just means I'm going to not lose spirit, but I think I'm okay with that. And I flip this card over. Then I might spend another 2 crystals. Okay. What are we going to do next? I can try and heal this Eticop, which doesn't sound like the worst shout. I could use Eek to move this card to the front of the deck. We could just explore, but I think I'm going to try and heal the Eticop. I'm going to roll 2. I just need 3. Checking the rules here. If the creature is stunned, remove the stun token instead. So we still resolve the after activation phase, so maybe stunning you isn't the best call. So they're both going to move down, so I think I do need to heal. Do I want to do this? This is going to make me use all of my remaining dice. I don't think I do. I'm going to roll 3 on a 4+ to heal the Eticop. We got 2 successes, which is all we needed, which means the heal can come to the end and the Eticop can be discarded, and when we do, we get 2 successes. I am going to put those 2 successes on the explore card, and then I'm going to use all of my remaining dice to try and do this. The problem is the Dunle Weaver is then going to be at the free space. I don't know how I remove it. Okay, well, let's do 1. We need a success here. Just over a 3. I'm going to have to re-roll it. It was cocked. Yeah, it's a 4. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 success doing our explore action to bring this over here. Going to move these down. And we are going to draw story card 11. Okay. Story card 11 says, stuck. As Brom confronted the Dunle Weaver, Luma suddenly found herself ensnared by sticky webs of shadows. Help, she cried as the giant rat watching nearby, but it offered no help and it quickly scurried away. Anger surged within her, offering strength, but at what cost? On play, you may return either the 10-sided dice or 12-sided die to the game box. If you do, retrieve all dice from the unused. Oh, maybe I'm meant to have the D12 and not the D10. Interesting. Do I want to do that? What happens if I don't? On play, you may... So he's just going to give me a chance to get all my dice back, which could be really strong, actually. I'm going to do it. Let's assume I was meant to be rolling the D12 then, right? Based on that. Or was I? I'm going to have to check. Bear with me. Okay, it does say here that some effects allow you to use the dice for the remainder of the chapter. So we are not meant to have it. Sorry, we are meant to have it. We weren't meant to have it at the beginning, which we got wrong. So ultimately you're picking these up as you go. I am going to return it, which allows me to return all of my dice to here. This goes here, this goes up here, right? So we can now try and escape, but the explorer is right at the very end. I think we are going to try burst. Oh, but then we can't. I'm going to do the help action. No, let's do the light action, shall we? We're going to roll all of them. We just want to get the light to the end here. Here we go. Okay, it's on a 4+, so that's a failure. That's a failure. But we got 2 successes, and we've got 2 more successes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, the light comes to the end. Not perfect, obviously. We could have succeeded entirely, but that comes to the end, and this goes here. Okay. Okay. That's the end of me. I can't do anything else. The Dunle Weaver goes. He is stunned. Move 1 space towards the start of the river, then draw 1 explore card. If it's a boon, if it's a bane, resolve it. It is a bane. Lose 2 crystals, then discard this. I'm going to lose the help and the heal, I think. That gets discarded. And then nothing else happens, right? This doesn't move. Then resolve its on-play effect. Move to the end of the river. And move the light card to the end of the river. Good. Thanks for that. But we don't take the hit on the action here. But we need to get the light card near the front. I can use Eek to help me with that. We get our dice. However, this moves up and we get the draw 1 creature card. We've got the oh. You cannot light this creature on play, end of the river. Okay. That's not great. And we get the Eticop back. That's not great either. Okay, we can take a help action, which is 2 successes to draw 3 explore cards, place them on top in any order. We could just try and get out of here if we can get the light card down here a little better. Okay, I'm going to do the heal action. I'm going to roll... Am I going to roll 3 dice? I need 2 successes to get rid of the oh. If I don't heal, how do I get... I can move light to the beginning here. You know what? I'm going to roll 1 die to do help. I need a 3+. I got a 3+, so I get a success, which I am going to put on the light card. I'm going to move this to the end and move these down here. Okay. I'm going to use Eek to move the helps card. That doesn't help me. To any space in the river, draw 1 explore card. That doesn't help me at all. Eek. I can re-roll dice. So maybe I do the explore. Can do the explore. I'm rolling 2. Need 4 pluses. I'm going to re-roll my dice. Re-roll any number of dice, then discard this card. I need 4 pluses. Nice. Eek goes away again. We get 2 successes. I'm going to spend my other 2 successes to do this, but I can't leave until we get the light up. So you come to the end, you come here. Now, I have 2 dice and 1 success. I need 2 successes on a 5+. Here we go. That is 1 success plus 1 equals 2. That gets us to the end. We draw story card 12. A dash of light. The layer's exit, thick with webbing, shrank away before the blinding light bursting from Luna's hands. "Go away," Luma shouted. "Leave us alone," as the burning light scorched through the sticky web. The creature recoiled. Without glancing back, Luma and Brom dashed through the exit. On play, Luma prevails. Read the Luma prevails section. I can do that. If you resolve the escape location, travel to scene 13, Riddles in the Forest. Okay, so we get rid of these, thankfully. We get rid of these. And scene 13 is Riddles in the Forest. Okay. Let's have a little riddle, shall we? Luma stood in the sun-bathed clearing, savouring the fresh air. Nearby, Brom brushed his back against the tree, removing lingering spider's webs. Suddenly, a gust of wind sent leaves swirling around Luma's feet. Above her, a giant raven swooped down. A chittering rat perched on its back. Startled, Luma dashed behind Brom. The raven landed gracefully and bowed, while the rat observed silently. Who are you? Luma asked as she stepped away from behind Brom. The raven seemed preoccupied with a worm, but a distant voice echoed in Luma's mind. We all have a role to play. Luma's mouth fell open. She searched for the source. Is this possible? She wondered, her gaze returning to the bird. Did the raven just speak? Through time, yes, the voice said, as the raven cocked its head. Have you lost your path? Or is it destiny you seek? I'm looking for a giant tree, Luma replied, her confusion growing. The tree of life holds the answers, the raven replied, still scanning the ground. And do you know where to find it? Luma asked hesitantly. In the heart of all shadows, the raven's words resonated through the forest. Only in darkness do seeds take root. Brom shifted beside Luma, his fur brushing her arm. But where is it? She persisted, trying to avoid the bird's penetrating gaze. Far away, yet nearer than you think, the raven responded. Before regurgitating a disagreeable snack, the raven cocked its head and closed its eyes as if to sleep. A long silence stretched on before it spoke again. The path is woven in light and shadow. The cryptic raven made Luna panic. You must tell me where it is, she pleaded. Please guide me, or everything will be lost. Fear is a guide, but so is love, the raven replied, folding its wings. In the end, the bear and the wolf are one. Overwhelmed, Luma buried her tearful face in Brom's fur, and a gust of wind caused her to look up. With a twinkle in its eye, the raven soared into the tree tops, leaving as mysteriously as it arrived. Chapter end. Search the chapter deck for guidance and add it to your explore deck. Guidance. When used, draw 3 explore cards, place it face down on the explore deck. Okay, so we'll put guidance over here. Let's just zoom down here a little bit. If you have the 10-sided die or the 12-sided die, search the chapter deck for Gnark and add it to your explore deck. Then return the 10 or 12-sided dice to the game box. See, I'm not sure the other one told me to return it, but I don't know. If the Haste Bane card is in your boon area, return it to the game box, then search the chapter deck for Eek and add it to your explore deck. Got a second Eek, everybody. Okay. Do we do that if the Haste Bane is in your, return it to the game box, then search? So I don't know if I do that. I mean, the way I'm reading it is we don't do it. Because we've already got 1 Eek, and this says if the Haste Bane was in your area, Bone was in your area, return to the game box, and then search the chapter deck for Eek, add it to your explore deck. So I don't think we do. If the Brom card is in the shadow discard pile, it's not search chapter deck for the wounded, and add it to your explore deck. Take your explore deck discard pile and all the cards in your boon area and shuffle them together. Well, the boon area is quite straightforward. Okay, return all shadow cards and creature cards and remaining chapter cards to the game box. Okay, so the remaining chapter cards, the creature cards. Okay, this creature card, this is gone. The shadow cards, do they go as well? Return all shadow cards, yep. Okay, to the game box, and then we move on to chapter 3. A Den in the Swamp. We'll have a look at that next time. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on social media and all of those things. If you want to see the next episode right now, you can over on YouTube Members. Go and check that out if you'd like to see it. It's available in the Member Plus level of memberships. Equally, there's the 99p level of membership, which allows you to get access to the unique playthroughs and videos that we do put up on the channel. I really do appreciate the support. If you are enjoying this, if you're playing this through, if I've got anything wrong, let me know. Chances are by the time these videos go up, I'll have finished the game, so I'll have probably played things wrong all the way through. We certainly made some mistakes in this chapter, but very much enjoying this. It's a fun little puzzle. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.